What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I have a package and I am so excited to open it. You have no idea. I want to rip this thing open off camera. But I decided to make a little unboxing video because I want to branch out on my channel and I want to do a lot of lure reviews, challenges. And as you can see in the back, I do make custom rods. So I'm actually making a rod building video, and I'm going to do a little challenge with that. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I just want to take a second. I want to thank Baitsanity. Shout out to Baitsanity. Thank you so much for sending me this bait. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to give my honest feedback on it. So today we're just unboxing and looking kind of at the bait, seeing the specs. In the future, it's a little cold right now, but in the next couple weeks, I'm going to try and put this bait to the test. And so yeah, this right here is a pretty newly released bait called the BroomWalker GT. It's a large walking style topwater bait. And so if you guys know me, I am a sucker for topwater. I fish a lot of backwater, you know what I mean? I fish a lot of kayak, you know, small boat. I don't have a big boat. So I love topwater. One of my go-to confidence baits is the dock. You'll see me fish this an absolute ton. But yeah, this is a 9-inch lure and it's about 3.5 ounces. And the fish absolutely crush this. So I'm gonna be kind of comparing the bait to the dock. It's just a very, 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 very simplistic topwater walking bait. But yeah, so, and this is also the Joe Bag Skipper, very similar. The dock, in my opinion, gets eaten 10-1 versus the skipper. But when they're chewing and they want it a little faster pace, this bait is an absolute killer as well. Same thing, 9 inches. I don't know if it's similar weight, but so yeah, we're gonna be comparing it to the skipper as well. Without further ado, guys, let's open this thing up. I'm so excited to crack this thing open. So, a couple specs about the bait. It is 10 inches long, not including the tail. It is, wow, that is massive, holy shit. The tail is another 4 inches. It's a bristle tail, and it goes in a V like that. Wow, dude, holy shit. Check that out. That bait is absolutely massive, guys. So, I'm going to be throwing this bait obviously for big fish. I'm looking for that, you know, 50+ inch fish. But, yeah, first impressions, this bait looks insane. I mean, look at the bottom profile. That's what the fish is going to see. I mean, it's wide. That tail is insane. Wow. So this is in the, I don't know the exact color. It's the rainbow trout. Let me see. It's just the trout. It's just called the trout. So this is the trout color. You know, trout, you see me fish a bunch of trout. I've fished so many trout glide baits and big swim baits in the past. Just because, guys, there might not be trout, obviously, where I'm fishing, but trout resemble so many different types of bait fish all in one. So this is actually also by Baitsanity, and I've been crushing with this bait. I mean, I can't stop throwing it. But this is the Explorer Gen 2, and this is in the Tackle Warehouse steelhead color. You know, it's another trout kind of color, but it resembled so many bait fish. White perch, herring. Herring is the big one. It resembles so much a herring. So I've been crushing on this bait, and I have fished a lot of I fished a lot of glides in the past, and I really do, and this is honest, you know, coming from the heart, I really do love the Baitsanity Explorer Gen 2. I mean, that's one of my favorite, if not my favorite glide bait. I fished it way in the past in the shad color, and I've crushed. I've caught big striped bass, holdover striped bass. I've caught big largemouth, and then I ended up losing it, snapping it off. So I picked up this one, and this one, oh my god, has been crushing. So I'm rambling, but I have really high hopes for this bait. And yeah, guys, I do ramble a bunch, so there will be timestamps below. This is, again, just an honest unboxing. I've never seen this bait before. So, yeah, don't be afraid to just skip through and look through the video. So, let me get this thing open. It apparently weighs 6.7 ounces, so very heavy. Oh, it opens just like this. I'm an idiot. Alright, so first look at the bait, guys. Now, just if we're talking about aesthetics, I mean, holy shit. They hit this bait right on the mark. It looks phenomenal. I just love how wide the profile of the bait is. It's just going to draw in big fish, and it's going to push a lot of water. And so yeah, apparently they have like a weighting, like a sliding weight mechanism, which makes this bait, instead of just walk like a normal walking bait, it kind of shoots and darts across the surface. So,
Alright guys, I just wanted to pause the video for just a second. I did a little research into how this bait kind of works, and the knocker you can hear in there is actually horizontally placed near the head. And this actually allows the bait to sit. When it's sitting still in the water, it's either on one side or leaning on the other side. And that gives the fish more of a side, look at the bait. I thought that was super interesting, crazy bait engineering. Um, when that rocks back and forth, it gives it a little extra oomph to the walk. So yeah, just wanted to kind of clarify and correct myself.
and I will have links to the bait from Baitsanity's website, and I will have a link to a video showing this this bait actually in the water in action. And again, in the future videos, you will get a video of me fishing this bait. I'm gonna go in depth on what I like about it, what I maybe don't like so much about it, and hopefully you'll see some big fish caught on this bait in the channel. But yeah, overall it feels very nice in the hand. Again, it is heavy. The tail, I was thinking it would be, I don't have any the glides near me, but I was thinking it was going to be a similar material to, a glide bait, bristle tail, but it's not. It's much softer, which I actually like. This is going to just push, and it's just going to, have a lot more action in the water. And I'm very interested in what these bristles do. I'm assuming it's a stability thing. Maybe it's to help the bait kind of dart. I'm not too sure, but very interested to try it out. It also has these little fins on the side of the head, and I'm assuming that's just going to help push water, and again, stability is a big thing. But yeah, now let's do a quick little sound test. So it has kind of one or two just big like knocker weights in there, which I like. I don't like a super noisy bait. Let's do a comparison again to my favorite bait, the dock. See how it's just got a couple big knockers? So versus like a bunch of little annoying rattles. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's do a size comparison. Kind of try and get a thumbnail here too. So as you guys can see, I mean, the body is similar in length, only an inch off, but that tail is going to give it so much longer of a profile, and then again, the width is going to draw so much more water, and it gives it so much of a larger profile. I think this bait is going to absolutely kill, and I cannot wait to get it in the water. Before I let you guys go, I'm going to touch on kind of the setup you need to throw a bait like this. So this swim bait rod, I'll be throwing on this rod, and I'm going to be throwing it on the rod that I'm building behind me. That one is a little light. It is rated heavy. It's an 8-foot rod though. You're going to be wanting to throw this, on a typical extra heavy swim bait rod. And for a reel, you're going to want, you could get away with the 300 size reel, but you're going to want to go for a 400. I would recommend to you the Daiwa Alexa 400, or I would also recommend the Shimano Tranks. They're right around the 200 to 300 range, and they will get the job done. Phenomenal power handle. I always recommend that. Cranking these big glides for big fish, you really want to put the heat on them. The number one thing you're looking for in a reel, other than the size and the line capacity, You're gonna want a high gear ratio reel. That's with fishing a lot of chop glides, where you're burning them in, and these walking baits. You're covering a lot of slack quick, and you want to be comfortable in the water. So you don't want to be sitting there just picking up slack way more than you need. You know what I mean? And you also want to have a faster gear ratio, so that when you do get eaten, you know, you're already tight. You barely have to crank, you're already tight, and you can hammer those fish from a long distance with a big bait. You really want to stick those fish. So for line, you'll see right here, I'm rocking straight monofilament on this rod right now, because I've been fishing slower glides and I've been creeping them. I like 25-pound mono. I like it a lot, actually. But when you're fishing a big topwater like this, and when I'm transitioning to fishing warmer water, I'm going to be fishing a lot of chop glides, bigger baits fast. And I need a lot of reaction. And mono has a lot of stretch to it. So I'm going to be fishing straight braid. If the fish are very finicky, I'll throw on a 40 or a 30-pound leader if I'm really trying to test my luck. And when I'm throwing a top water, I like to throw a mono leader because monofilament floats. But you got to be very careful with your leader to braid knot. You got to use gloves and really cinch that down, or you will lose your bait. For braid, I recommend no lighter than 65-pound. Again, you're not using the braid for the pound test strength. I mean, it does help because you're not going to break off in a big fish, but it's mainly for the diameter. The thinner diameter is going to cut, and it's going to cut into itself, and when you backlash, it's going to cause a lot of breakages. So you're going to want to use a higher pound test. Me personally, I have the Alexa 400. It holds plenty of line. So I'm going to run 100-pound straight braid. I'm going to go a little overkill. I'd recommend 80 or 100. But again, you can get away with 65 just fine. And then for a rod, again, you're going to want to fish, I don't know. I would fish no less than a 7.6. You know, I recommend a 7.10, 8-foot rod. You're going to want a long rod. Again, what you throw big swim baits on. You're going to want a super long rod where you can get those far casts. And more importantly, when you get 8, that trophy fish comes up, cracks your bait. You want to be able to pin that hook with that long rod. You get all that pressure pinning those hooks. Especially if you bomb, a super long cast, right? And you're like 1, 2 twitches in. Fish of a lifetime comes up, eats that bait at the far end of your cast. You want that long rod and you want that braid with no stretch, so you can pin that hook all the way out there and really sink those hooks into that fish's mouth to ensure you're not going to lose that fish. So yeah, I recommend an extra heavy rod, rated minimum up to 4 to 6 ounces, because again, this bait is almost 7 ounces. So you can get away with a rod that its maximum's like 4 to 6. But I recommend an extra heavy swim bait rod around 8 foot that can that's rated for up to like 8 to 10 ounces. So yeah. Alright guys, before I let y'all go, I do want to get a quick close up just so you can kind of see what we're working with. There she is, BroomWalker. Just a phenomenal looking bait. I will say I might go up a size in the hooks. Their stock hardware is very good. But I always swap out all of my baits regardless. So I'm gonna swap out all the hardware. It's just what I do no matter the bait. But yeah, no, she looks really good. I really like that kind of pink shine to it. That gloss, that clear coat, it looks phenomenal. This bait looks amazing. But yeah, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed. If you do enjoy this style of video where I'm kind of reviewing a bait, unboxing, let me know in the comments. Yeah, if you guys want to see me fish with this lure and stay up to date with, what I'm doing, consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, if you enjoyed, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.